Persuasion is a powerful force. It is an art that has been practiced for centuries, shaping the course of history and influencing the decisions of individuals and societies alike. From the great orators of ancient times to modern-day leaders and influencers, the ability to persuade has always been a valuable skill. It can influence our thoughts, feelings, and actions. Whether it's a politician rallying support, a marketer selling a product, or a friend convincing you to try something new, persuasion is at play in countless aspects of our daily lives. It can be used for good or for evil. The same techniques that can inspire and uplift can also deceive and manipulate. Understanding the ethical implications of persuasion is crucial in ensuring that it is used responsibly. Understanding persuasion is essential in navigating the complexities of human interaction. In business, politics, education, and personal relationships, the ability to persuade can open doors and create opportunities. It can help resolve conflicts, build consensus, and foster collaboration. Persuasion, at its core, is about communication. It's about conveying your message in a way that resonates with others. This involves not just speaking, but also listening and understanding the perspectives of those you are trying to persuade. It involves understanding the needs and desires of others. By empathizing with their situation and addressing their concerns, you can build trust and credibility. This makes your message more compelling and increases the likelihood of achieving your desired outcome. Effective persuaders use empathy and logic to build rapport. They connect with their audience on an emotional level while also presenting clear, rational arguments. This combination of emotional appeal and logical reasoning is key to successful persuasion. They present their arguments in a compelling and relatable way. By using stories, examples, and visual aids, they make their message more engaging and easier to understand. This helps to capture the attention of their audience and keep them interested. Ethical persuasion seeks to inform and educate. It aims to provide people with the information they need to make informed decisions. This type of persuasion respects the intelligence and autonomy of the audience rather than trying to manipulate or deceive them. It respects the autonomy of the individual. Ethical persuaders understand that true influence comes from empowering others, not controlling them. They seek to create a dialogue where all parties feel heard and valued. It aims to create mutually beneficial outcomes. When persuasion is used ethically, it can lead to solutions that satisfy everyone involved. This fosters positive relationships and builds a foundation of trust and cooperation. This form of influence is essential in a free and open society. It encourages open dialogue, critical thinking, and the exchange of ideas. By mastering the art of persuasion, we can contribute to a more informed, engaged, and harmonious world. Manipulation, unlike persuasion, relies on deception. It twists information and exploits emotions. It seeks to control and dominate rather than to enlighten and empower. One common tactic is emotional manipulation. This involves playing on people's fears, insecurities, and desires. Manipulators use guilt, shame, and obligation to control their targets. Another tool is gaslighting. This is a form of psychological abuse that makes the victim doubt their sanity. Manipulators deny reality, shift blame, and undermine the victim's perception of events. Charisma can be a powerful tool for persuasion. Charismatic individuals possess an aura of confidence. They exude charm and magnetism, drawing others to them. Charisma becomes dangerous when it is used to mask malicious intentions. Some individuals use their charm to manipulate and exploit others. They create a facade of trustworthiness to gain access to their victims' resources and emotions. These individuals often surround themselves with loyal followers. They create an environment where dissent is discouraged. They build a cult of personality around themselves. The business world, with its emphasis on competition and success, can be a breeding ground for manipulation. Some individuals use unethical tactics to get ahead. They may exploit their employees, promising promotions and rewards that never materialize. They may engage in shady business deals, prioritizing profit over ethics. These individuals often justify their actions by claiming that it's just business. They create a culture of fear and intimidation, silencing any opposition. Section 5, the mirage of love. Love and relationships can be particularly vulnerable to manipulation. In the beginning, everything seems perfect. The connection feels genuine, and the bond appears unbreakable. But beneath the surface, there can be a darker reality. The desire for connection and intimacy can cloud our judgment. Manipulators exploit these vulnerabilities. They know exactly how to play on our emotions, making us feel special and valued, only to use that against us later. They may make grand promises of love and commitment. These promises can be intoxicating, making us believe in a future filled with happiness and security. They may shower their partners with attention and affection, creating a whirlwind romance that feels almost too good to be true. This intense affection can make us overlook red flags, only to withdraw it later as a form of control. This withdrawal can be sudden and confusing, leaving the partner feeling abandoned and desperate to regain the lost affection. This cycle of idealization and devaluation can be emotionally devastating. The highs and lows create a roller coaster of emotions, making it difficult to see the situation clearly. Victims may blame themselves for their partner's behavior. They might think that if they just tried harder or were better, things would improve. This self-blame can erode their self-esteem over time. They may stay in the relationship hoping for a return to the initial honeymoon phase. The memories of the good times can be powerful, making it hard to let go and move on. But recognizing the pattern is the first step towards breaking free. Section 6. Prey for the wicked. Manipulators often target individuals who are particularly vulnerable. These individuals may be experiencing financial hardship, loneliness, or low self-esteem. Manipulators prey on these insecurities. They offer false hope and empty promises. They exploit their victims' need for validation and support. These individuals may be drawn to charismatic figures who promise them a better life. They may be lured into cults or groups that offer a sense of belonging and purpose. Section 7. The Emperor's New Clothes. The concept of the Emperor's New Clothes illustrates how manipulation can operate on a larger scale. This timeless tale, penned by Hans Christian Andersen, delves into the intricacies of human psychology and societal dynamics. It serves as a powerful metaphor for the ways in which people can be influenced and controlled by those in power. In this story, swindlers convince an emperor that they have made him a magnificent suit of clothes that is invisible to those who are unfit for their positions. These cunning tricksters exploit the emperor's vanity and his desire to appear wise and discerning. They play on his fears and insecurities, knowing that he will be too proud to admit that he cannot see the clothes. The emperor, blinded by his vanity and fear of appearing foolish, pretends to see the clothes. He stands before the mirror, admiring his reflection, convinced that he's wearing a garment of unparalleled beauty. His mind is so clouded by his own ego that he cannot see the truth staring back at him. His courtiers, afraid of losing their positions, follow suit. They nod in agreement, showering the emperor with praise, each one more effusive than the last. They, too, are caught in the web of deception, their fear of being seen as incompetent or unworthy, silencing their doubts. No one dares to speak the truth until a child, innocent and unafraid, points out that the emperor is naked. The child's simple, honest observation cuts through the layers of pretense and illusion. It is a moment of clarity that exposes the absurdity of the situation. This story highlights how manipulators can create a climate of fear and compliance. The emperor's subjects, bound by their own fears and the pressure to conform, become complicit in the deception. They are trapped in a cycle of lies and self-deception, unable to break free. They silence dissent and create an illusion of consensus. The swindler's manipulation is so effective that it creates a false reality, one in which everyone pretends to see what does not exist. This illusion of consensus is maintained through fear and the suppression of truth. It takes courage and critical thinking to break free from this type of manipulation. The child's voice, untainted by fear or the need to conform, serves as a reminder of the power of truth and the importance of questioning what we are told. In a world where appearances can be deceiving, it is essential to look beyond the surface and seek the truth, no matter how uncomfortable it may be. Section 8. The power of awareness. The first step in protecting yourself from manipulation is awareness. By understanding the tactics used by manipulators, you can better recognize them in action. Educate yourself on the signs of emotional abuse. Pay attention to red flags in relationships and business dealings. Trust your instincts. Surround yourself with trustworthy individuals. Seek out healthy relationships built on respect and reciprocity. Remember that you have the right to say no. Section 9. A call to reflection. Have you ever encountered someone who used similar tactics to influence you? How did you react? What did you learn from the experience? By reflecting on our own experiences, we can better understand the dynamics of manipulation. We can develop strategies for protecting ourselves and others from exploitation. We can strive to create a world where persuasion is ethical and relationships are built on trust and respect.